Destiny 2 is dead. This is an undisputed, I don't know, an known fact. Destiny 2 is dead. It's been dead for a while. Bungie's been making some, let's say, controversial choices when it comes to this game, and I think it's time that we all moved on. But to what game? Because if you're like me, you spent the last 4 years playing Destiny constantly. It's been that go-to series for me for a while. So I figured today we look at some other options, and for me at least, Halo has always been a go-to option. I have a long history with this game, far before Destiny. It was the first online game I ever played, Halo 3 to be exact, and Halo 5 Guardians is out. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, so let me preface this by saying I have no delusions that this is a great game. This game actually has a lot of problems compared to its predecessors in the Halo franchise, but I believe that right now 343 is actually doing some things right. For one, they are still releasing content updates that are non-paid after the release of the game, and we've had some very big updates, such as Forge, the most expansive Forge that the series has ever seen, as well as a customs browser, which is a feature that I've been waiting for since the conception of Halo custom games. I'm like, why is there not an easier place to get people together for large, epic custom games? Ever since the days of Halo Reach, I've wanted something like this, and now Halo 5 has it. It's actually quite incredible. Alright, so we're going to be playing SWAT, which is actually my favorite game mode in Halo 5 and Halo in general. It's a great arena mode. It's a one-shot headshot and also I believe 2 or 3 body shots to kill. I don't quite remember, but I am by far the best at SWAT. It's my favorite thing to do. So, alright, here we go. So we got DMR SWAT. That was actually a pretty good start to the match. There you go. So now Halo 5 still does have microtransactions, but something that they do is that these are mostly cosmetic microtransactions except for in Warzone, but these are purchased with rec points and rec packs, which are awarded quite frequently in the game. Destiny has a system with bright engrams and Eververse, and that is not implemented as smoothly. Oh, there you go. A lot of parts of Destiny are essentially like, it's a lot of collecting and customization and things like that, and you honestly do not get access to most of that. At least here, you are still getting quite a few of these customizable apparel sort of looking things quite often, so it keeps you interested in the game. As well as the fact that new maps, new modes, improvements to Warzone are being added every month in monthly updates, and once in a while you'll get a huge update that brings along some new things like customs browsers, Forge, as well as like some newer features, some tweaks to Rex, things like that. There we go. One more. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Oh wait, that wasn't even my kill. And also, I believe that Halo 5 has some of the best online multiplayer in the Halo series. It's got a really good, they kind of went back to the arena roots with this. Breakout is a fun new mode that's actually quite good. There's some really good decisions. It's got its own unique maps just made for that mode because it is kind of designed differently and it kind of deviates from the Halo formula, but there's still classic Slayer, SWAT, Big Team Battle, the new Warzone mode, which I'm not a huge Big Team Battle kind of player. I like smaller teams, but I can see why that was implemented really well. It's a really cool sandbox. Ooh, actually, that was a pretty good match. Alright, 15-1. So, that was actually really close to a perfection. I did not even realize that. I almost had a perfection that round without even trying. But, and look, we're gold 1. Sparring rank 66. Halo's just been one of those franchises I can come back to for some reason. So yeah, and here we go. I got a rec pack directly after that match, and now none of this stuff is really that good. Most of it's for Warzone, which I don't really play, but there's also this XP boost for Arena, and yeah, I still do dabble in Warzone. It's pretty fun. Now this game is also not available for PlayStation 4 or PC or even like anything else besides Xbox for that matter. Halo 6 will be available in its entirety for PC. Right now, if you have Windows 10, you can play Halo 5 Guardians Forge on PC, and I believe custom games, so you kind of have access to one of the features, but it's not the full game for sure. And it's kind of part of that whole Play Anywhere system that Microsoft implemented kind of late in the Xbox One's life cycle. So I don't really count it as being a PC game because only one of the little features is actually really expansive. The Forge mode is almost like a developer kit nowadays where you can create your own games, your game modes, your own maps from scratch pretty much. It's actually really cool. It's honestly way more complicated than I would be willing to dabble in, but a lot of people have created some really cool stuff with Forge, and I think if you're into creating stuff and making some really cool maps, some really cool game modes, some really cool sets from Machinima have been created off of Halo 5's Forge, I think that it's really cool. They have a lot of interactable environmental set pieces like buttons and sliding doors, things like that, vehicles, pretty much anything that you can find in the Halo 5 sandbox you can toy with in Forge, which is really cool. Alright, so this is another map. This is called Coliseum. You guys know this stuff already, probably. Halo 5 has enough players, and if you're on PS4 and PC, you can't play this anyway. But yeah, I've actually been really enjoying my time with Halo 5. As much of a time draw, it's not really a lifestyle game like Destiny, but it's that arena multiplayer, it's that Crucible that I've been craving, and there is a huge sandbox to it that's, honestly, there's a lot of different variation in the gameplay yet. So that's cool. I think if Halo 6 can improve on the story aspect and also, rec packs, I don't mind. I know that was a huge complaint, but honestly, I think it expanded the sandbox in a pretty good way. It reminded me a little bit of how Reach, you purchased your armor pieces. Now, you're not directly purchasing them like in Halo 5. You are basically getting the luck of the draw, but it also has a lot more armor for you to get, a lot more customization. It's honestly pretty expansive. I think Halo 5 Guardians is a very underrated game that did a lot of things right. All the free expansions, the pretty good behavior when it came to rec packs and microtransactions. It's not that bad. This game is also pretty accessible at this point. For one, when you pay that $60, you are getting the entire game. They're not blocking content from you, and there is a lot of content added to the multiplayer aspect of this game that was not available at launch. It's a much better realized game than it was, and you're not paying for that. Destiny 2, we kind of have to trust Bungie that they're going to make good decisions when we pay for that season pass here. They're like, you know what? You're paying $60. It's actually a lot less than that if you have Game Pass. Halo 5 is available, and Game Pass is honestly a really cool service with a lot of games, and I would highly recommend that service. I have it, and it is honestly really great. As well as the fact that it is also pretty cheap used. You can find this at your GameStop or local EB Games if that's around where you are. For fairly cheap. I think it'll hover under $20 usually is when it trends, and the game is always on sale just because Microsoft pushes Halo as its biggest franchise easily. They push it pretty hard. They want to sell a lot of copies of this game so that a lot of people will buy Halo 6 and all the sequels, things like that. There we go. Actually doing pretty good this match too. For not playing Halo in a while, it's actually coming back pretty good. I used to be pretty good at SWAT. I think I was hovering around like 15 to 20th percentile in the world, which is a lot better than I am in Destiny, to be sure. I don't know. Ooh, I just got the last kill. You know, Halo is one of those series that I have a really a deep relationship with, actually. But there's a lot of other games that would also make good Destiny replacements. It's not really a lifestyle game. It's a game that you play the campaign. The multiplayer will keep you entertained for a while. I think if you're into Warzone, it's kind of like Battlefield, but in a sci-fi Halo universe. That's really great. And yeah, it's honestly like Halo is looking a lot better than I remember it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I know I sure enjoyed making it. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you want to see more more videos like this. Comment below, comment what you would like to see next, and yeah, until next time, this is Juniper, signing out.